Hi, Facebook world. Welcome. Tonight we're making stuffed peppers.
And we're going to make the meat and
And the rice. Right. I'm excited. So let's start.
So you do that, I do here?
Yeah, that's your space. This is my space. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the first step? We're going to show them how to clean the pepper properly.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
We do different one.
We're going to do all different types?
Yeah. See.
So we're going to teach you all different types of styles of stuffing your pepper
See,
because
we
you can do
like
it.
this, and we can either put it back the top.
Yeah, let me show them. Okay, get the other one ready in the meantime so I can show them. So, see, she took the top off, got rid of all the seeds, and that's important. You got to make sure your seeds are gone. And then she kept the top so that once it's stuffed, she can put the top back on, and when it cooks, it'll basically cook and kind of do this effect with whatever's inside, like the picture I posted.
Okay. That.
Okay.
This, unless it's off, not top.
Okay, so this is without the top. You just cut the pepper in half. Again, remove the seeds.
This, we make it off.
That's good if you have a really big pepper, right?
Yeah. Now sometimes, you know what, when you cut, comes even more tasting.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
And because it's more small, you know, the smaller things, it's good things.
Okay, that's right. Precious things come in small packages, like me, Mom. No, I'm joking. So did you understand that? So if you cut your pepper in half, like she said, your stuffed peppers actually taste better because I guess the meat ratio versus the pepper is more concentrated.
Right. That's, we do without the top.
Okay, without a top. In the meantime, should I start getting this meat ready? What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got simple ground meat in our bowl. I'm gonna show you this. Okay, we're gonna do ground meat. So a little bit of salt, always. A little bit of pepper, black pepper. And then we add a little bit of minced garlic.
Okay.
Yeah, not too much. A little bit of minced parsley, fresh parsley.
I can relax myself, you know.
All right, so now, the secret to making stuffed peppers is that you don't just fill the pepper with with the meat. It's best if you take a little bit, like maybe if you have one pepper, dice it up in little pieces and put that together with your meat. This way, it tastes even better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the bread.
Why don't you explain the bread?
Oh, that is soft bread. You know, the bread from the day before, you put in the water and you how you say?
You let it absorb the water.
Okay, you let it absorb the water and then you chop and you put in there.
So how much do you want to put?
All.
Oh, all of it is going in?
This, yeah, all.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I forgetting anything? I have the egg.
Yeah, with la fontanina. With the yeah. See? There it's hot. Boom, 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 boom.
Anything else?
Yeah, the cheese. Okay.
Okay.
And then we put some of this bread.
Some breadcrumbs.
Right.
Grated bread. And it's best if you go with a plain, by the way. Do not use your seasoned breadcrumbs because it will alter your taste a little bit.
But if you like, you use,
But, yeah.
you know.
And we did add a little bit of grated cheese, just so that you know. I don't know if you caught that on. Okay, I'm not going to play with this fork because I'll be here forever, so I'm just going to...
Okay, now you mix.
So, how old were you when you first started learning how to make these stuffed peppers?
Me?
Yeah, you. Well, who? Yeah.
Them!
No, not them. They're here to learn how to make it. You.
I started with 13.
Okay, so you were 13 years old when you learned how to make the stuffed peppers. Okay.
Okay. In the minute as you mix that, I show you. I put some oil in here. See, extra virgin oil.
Okay, you're just coating the bottom.
We put some wine.
A little bit. Okay.
And add some water because you know the paper takes an hour and a half. But
Got it?
then you check because sometimes you know the oven is tricky.
Right. Depends on your oven.
Right.
Okay, this is ready. So shall
Yeah.
we stuff a few? What do you think?
Yeah. Okay, stuff this. Oh,
What?
we put a little salt inside the lid.
I was about to say, aha. Okay.
If you like a little pepper too.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we take the meat. Not being very delicate today, folks. I mean, I guess because it's TV, I should be using the spoon and so forth. But I guarantee you, I've washed my hands before doing this. And now jewelry has been removed. So. Yep, that's why I'm doing it. Don't worry about it.
I was checking to me, but I
No,
didn't
no.
think about it.
So here we go. There's one.
That's the one, the full one.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I put it like that.
can you
No,
put it like that?
Yeah. Okay, now
Because I always put mine standing up when I cook them. Does it make a
we
difference?
put it like that now. Then we figure out. Okay, now this. Then we do the half. We do 2 half. Because we fill up the container.
Now some people put mozzarella on top. I don't like that. I like the simpler because this recipe is delicious all by itself. You don't really need to mask that taste. And mozzarella, I feel like it takes away. So
You make a couple of half. See?
Can you use other ground beef like veal or pork with the beef or just beef?
no, you could use whatever you prefer. We're using beef because I don't know. Mom, why are we using beef?
Just because I bought beef.
Because she bought beef. But technically, you could use whatever your heart desires. I mean, it's meat. It's whatever you prefer. You could make this even with ground turkey, which would be great, light, very nice.
Ground veal.
Ground veal is very high-end stuffed pepper.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Okay.
This another one.
Okay.
You can either make it with the tuna.
You can.
Yeah. You can make it with the tuna. Or my mom was making, because we didn't add too much meat,
Right.
she was making with the bread a couple alice.
Oh.
Anchovies.
Anchovies.
Granati.
Chopped fine, right?
Right. I chop that with the parsley, extra virgin oil. Oh my God, it was so good. I never forget it.
Well, we make the long hots like that.
Right.
We make long hot stuffed with the alice, which is the
Okay,
sardine
what is-
or the anchovy.
What's
That's it, because we gotta make the rice ones.
Right.
So
Okay.
this, we're gonna put to the side, and we're gonna move on now to the rice.
Okay.
Here's our rice, simple boiled rice. We use the Italian long grain.
Okay. Now you put the onions there.
Yeah. See, I'm doing this because she doesn't like getting her hands dirty. Here's the
No,
onions.
it's not the truth. Because we try to share, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now you no garlic.
No.
Now
Parsley,
we put the parsley.
peppers,
Oh, look. Okay. Salt.
Did you put? No, go ahead.
Okay. Salt. A touch of pepper.
Breadcrumbs.
Yeah. Pop. A little cheese.
Cheese.
Okay. And eggs.
And the egg.
Easy.
Yeah, you know what?
No
I'm just gonna-
stove, no burn, nothing.
Because this goes in the oven, that's why. This is a dish that goes into your oven.
And we don't have the oven inside the restaurant. Oh,
Well, we
yesterday,
do in the kitchen, we just don't have it.
yesterday I made the gnocchi inside the restaurant.
When? What?
Yesterday. I made the
Folks, see
gnocchi.
what she does? I go to Florida, and she's making gnocchis without me in the restaurant instead of in the kitchen. Well, how did that happen?
Oh, it was too hot in the kitchen. It was very, very hot.
Guess
It
what?
was impossible to do.
Guess
I
what?
tried, didn't work. I said, you know what? Forget it. I fix up my table in here. Everybody, hey, hello, Mama Marie, you going to make a gnocchi? I said, yeah.
That's pretty great.
Wow.
Guess what? I went to a restaurant in Florida. They couldn't serve any hot foods because their air conditioning in the kitchen broke. So they shut down all hot dishes, only appetizers and cold dishes. It's funny because when you think about it, in Philly, kitchens don't even have air conditioning, so our chefs down here,
I don't know.
they really go through quite a bit.
Okay, it's ready?
Yeah, it's ready.
Okay. You want to start?
I guess.
You can use the spoon now. That's it's good. It's up to
No,
you.
my hands are dirty already.
Do whatever you want. She's the boss.
No, I'm not. She's the boss. She's the boss. Okay, there's one,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Now on the rice though, you can put mozzarella if you want, right?
Yeah.
On the rice.
You can put anything you like.
Yeah, but on the meat, I don't like I don't like it personally. But
But
I
it's
guess
the
if you
people
like
which
it,
they like.
yeah.
Can you mix the ground beef with the rice?
I was just going to ask
You
that
can do that.
You can do that
You can
too.
do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Already I put the salt.
On all of them,
Mm-hmm. When I cook that.
because you know they saw.
Mhm.
So if you didn't, they'll know.
Yeah, see? You see? And then if someone forget it,
Now, do you put a gravy on it if you want, or a sauce?
We don't, but many people do. I just find like the more stuff you put on it, the more you're
Takes
masking.
away.
You're taking away from the actual taste. You don't need all of that. You really don't. You know what? And another thing I like about this is that you can freeze these. If you're careful, after you've cooked them and they're fresh, you can actually freeze them. Take them out, let them thaw out, and then just warm them up, and they're great. Mm-hmm.
but you freeze as soon as you're doing. Because
yeah,
you
you
make
got-
it fresh.
Yeah.
You got to make them fresh and then freeze them real quick because you don't want this to kind of just.
Okay?
Okay.
We have another one.
And here is the last one.
Oh,
What happened?
turn the top.
You got the wrong top?
Yeah.
Okay. I made such a mess.
Okay. Here we are. Then now I put all together, but then you can separate if you wanted to. But when you finish this, see now the way it is, you just put a touch of oil. See? Like that. And also, boom, a touch of salt like that.
So do we cover this when we put it in the oven?
Yes, yes.
So you cover it with foil. We put it into the oven for how long?
About an hour, then you check, and you see, you have to babysit. Everything you do, you have to watch. You have to babysit.
Right.
If you want to turn around, you want to turn the other side, the way you feel better. But the way, you have to watch. So if you see it's too much tight, you just put back a little water or a little wine, and you keep a little.
Well, I'd be careful with the wine because the wine will alter the taste too if you overdo it.
Yeah, but when you cook it, the wine is finished.
The wine evaporates.
Right.
So,
Wait, where are you going?
so if the pepper's cooked, would that mean the ground meat's cooked?
Well, that's why you're
Yeah,
gonna
because
keep it in there for like.
It's take 1 hour and 1 hour and a half.
Okay.
With 1 hour and a half, all kind of meat we
Right.
can cook. Unless it's a sheep.
Right.
You need to 3 hours.
I don't think we're cooking sheep yet. Yet, folks, yet. You never know. We might surprise you and start cooking up whole porks and sheep and lamb. So we put the foil on it,
You put the foil.
Okay.
Put it in the oven.
and then you put it in the oven.
So you can do the day before. See, even if you do the day before, you want to cook the day after. That's you clean back in the kitchen, everything is perfect. Then stick in the oven. Oh.
And here's the final product, so you can see how beautiful they are.
See, in there I took the colorful, different color.
Well, it's prettier when it's the red, yellow.
The
and
orange pepper, is that sweeter?
Sweeter than the green, less acid than the green.
Less acid in the green?
Yes, the green is the highest in acid. Then you have the yellow, and then you have the red.
Okay.
So the greens are very high in acid. I don't know why. But the yellow,
looks-
yeah.
Looks pretty though.
It does look pretty. If you have guests, if you look, it makes your dish look very
It's color,
festive.
primavera.
Very festive, yeah. And that's another thing. This recipe is very popular in the spring and in the fall because it's a colorful dish. People like it.
So you want this or not?
Well, of course. I flew back from Florida for this. Just so you know, folks, I could have stayed more time in Florida, but I flew back so I could taste this. This is how much I love food. Okay.
That is her favorite. But I do like to.
But you can't say that to them because every week I say this is my
Yeah.
favorite, and they're starting to think, what's happening with that girl? All right, I'm just going to have to use the big knife. Why? You didn't put any meat on it. It's just
No,
vegetables.
it's not made, but yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the one I'm trying, look how beautiful that is. Ooh. I cannot wait. Oh my Lord. Here we go. I couldn't wait to come home and get some real Italian food. Don't get me wrong. I was all over the place in Florida, and some restaurants were extraordinary, and some I was very disappointed. Very. I ordered a cup of coffee. They bring you the coffee with the spoon, no cream and no sugar. What am I supposed to do with the spoon?
How come?
I mean, common sense, folks, common sense.
How come?
Because it was a really high-end place, and they figured, you know what, who cares? And another thing, they tack on gratuity no matter how many people you are, most of the restaurants. So the service isn't that great, because the waiters know that no matter what, they're still getting that 18%. So they don't really, I don't think they go over and above to make you feel special, which I disagree. We've owned restaurants all my life, and the customer must always make to feel like a king or a queen. And you have to go the extra way. I mean, the waitresses and bartenders here in Philadelphia, waiters in Philadelphia, bend backwards for their customers, and they take pride in doing so. In Florida, instead, I guess.
Maybe they do too. Just.
Well, last night I was at a.
Sometimes it's.
Last night I went to a very nice restaurant in Florida, and I had rabbit, and I know you're all going, ew! No. It was sensational, delicious. I want to say almost as delicious as the one you made back in what was that?
I don't remember. You was 80 years old.
I was older than 8.
No, you was. Okay.
I was 8?
Maybe 10.
All right, well,
But don't forget, you eat the rabbit for when you was 5.
yeah. It was delicious, delicious, the rabbit. Delicious. The ossobuco was also very good. I just didn't appreciate, they made it more like a stew, like an ossobuco stew. It had like a very heavy sauce on top of it with carrots and tomato sauce. It was overwhelming. I like my ossobuco just in the oven, more on the plainer side. Like
Roasted.
Roasted. I would have loved that, but it's okay. The rabbit was really good, and it was served on a bed of polenta.
Oh yeah?
And they called it cacciatore, but there was no. See, this is what I'm saying. People, restaurant owners out there, when you name your dishes, make sure you do a little bit of research. Cacciatore means huntsman. You need to put in that dish mushrooms, peppers goes into that dish. Cacciatore is known for that. And here, it did not have that. Don't get me wrong, it was still delicious. And I appreciated the fact that they had it on the menu because it's the only restaurant I've ever seen with